Can I turn $50 into $433? That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body tremors for your neck.
Yes, this is a thrift haul video, and you're probably judging me hardcore, but you should stop because this coming Sunday I have a video coming out with an important announcement regarding a spending freeze challenge. So if you also need to stop thrifting, then you should probably check out that video. But in this thrift haul, we're going to try something new that I'm calling Thrifting Superlatives. Observe. This brand is just so mysterious to me. The brand is Doncaster. I know it retails for a ton. I think it's a more mature brand, but has anyone ever sold it before? I've tried sending a few pieces in to ThredUp with no luck. They're coming back to me, so I guess I'll have to try listing them myself and see what happens. And no, I didn't get it. This Sandro piece was perfection. It is everything that is trending right now. It is lightweight, it is beautiful, the print is gorgeous. It was $219, so I did not get it. There was no sale on it. And everything on that rack, basically, same story. I don't know how you guys feel about the dress pants section, but I feel like it is so boring, and a lot of times it's really hard to even see what brands there are because they're on those pants hangers, and you have to kind of pull the pants apart at the very top to see what the brands even are, or like pull down the front. So a lot of times I just avoid this section altogether because very seldom do I even find anything that's worth it. I don't think I even really find anything in this section on this trip. Here I am in the men's section looking at hats. I know nothing about hats. This is like a corduroy Nautica cap. I'm trying to figure out if it's vintage. I don't know how to figure that out, so I just put it back. And then there's the Supreme hat. They want like $60 or $65 for it. I don't know how to tell if it's authentic, so I put it back. Plus, that's a lot of money for a hat. And then finally, I pull this Titleist hat. I know it's a good golf brand. I did kind of carry it around with me, and when I checked comps, it just looked like it wasn't really worth it, but you do see me sticking in the cart. I know nothing about hats, and I need to learn. Leave your best hat tricks down below. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I love buying shoes. They are my favorite thing to source just because I feel like you can usually command a good amount for shoes. They are, for the most part, a necessity, and they're not like a t-shirt where people have a gazillion of them. Well, I guess some people do. Some people have a lot of shoes, but shoes just command a higher price, and so I really do enjoy sourcing shoes. They didn't really have a lot today, and so I really only walked away with 2 pairs, one of which you'll see in today's haul. I believe that I deserve several pats on the back for this moment because I find this Vince t-shirt, and before I would have just picked it up because it said Vince, but I decided to put it back because, like I said, it was a plain t-shirt. This is a Free People crochet cardigan. I do end up putting it in my cart, but I do leave it behind later. This cardigan sweater I was so excited to find because it's the brand Wooden Ships, and I've heard people talk so much about it, but I'm calling it disappointing because I'll explain later, but comps were not that amazing. And then here I find some more great bread and butter. Cabby I definitely consider a great bread and butter brand. It's something that is readily available to me at my thrift stores. It can command a decent price, but usually I can get, at least $18, $20 for Cabby pieces, which makes me happy if I can pick it up for pretty cheap. And this is another Free People top. This definitely is something that I would consider bread and butter as well. This zip-up jacket or sweater with like the furry bodice is the most unathletic thing I've ever seen. It looks like Walmart or like Route 21 or something. If you source somewhere frequently, be a good Samaritan. Be the kind of person that employees are excited to see walk through their doors. You can't see this, but to the right there are racks of clothing, and I placed my phone on top of one of the racks so that I could take a picture of myself with my full cart for my thumbnail. However, as soon as I got into position, one of the employees kept walking around me in my area, and I felt way too self-conscious to take the picture at that moment. So I just randomly start looking at shoes, like not even good shoes, just pretending like I'm super interested in shoes that are not my size. There's my phone, and there's the worker staring at my phone. So maybe not even close call, maybe I just got caught, I don't know. So I just keep looking at shoes super awkwardly, because I'm an awkward person. If you run out of space in your cart, just use the handles. That's what I do, as long as they're not too long and they're going to, get stuck underneath the wheel, then yeah, use the handle, baby. So right now what I'm doing is I am doing the very not fun task of sorting. I'm making sure that things are in good shape. I'm looking up comps on things that I know nothing about, and I'm just making sure that the things I'm picking up are good purchases. There are a number of items that I do end up leaving behind, and I will show you those now.
Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park and I am a part-time reseller on reselling platforms like Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. And what that means is I go different places like thrift stores and consignment stores, and I purchase mainly clothing. I'm kind of dabbling into some other things as well, but I purchase new and used clothing at these different places as cheap as I can, and then I sell them for as much as I can on a bunch of different reselling platforms. And so today's video is one kind of video that I like to do on my channel, which is a thrift haul, or in this case, I guess you'd call it a consignment store haul, because I'm going to show you the items that I picked up at a local consignment store. They were running a 75% off sale, which was super exciting. It was like 75% off of a certain tag. They were really trying to move out like winter items. So some of these things are a little more wintry, but things were priced pretty well, for the most part better than what I would pay at a typical thrift store. And, for the most part, sourcing at a consignment store, in my opinion, is much easier than in a thrift store, because even though there might be just as much stuff to go through, the majority of it is in sellable condition because someone's looked through it already to make sure that there are no flaws. And there are a lot of really great brands, probably more so in a consignment store than you would find at a thrift store. So I'm going to be sharing with you what I purchased, and I'm going to be sharing with you how much I think I can earn on these different items. And this haul is especially exciting for me because I'm doing it in collaboration with a bunch of other wonderful reselling YouTubers who actually happen to take a course that I created on having a YouTube channel as a reseller. I know there are a lot of YouTube courses out there, some of them taught by, some of the world's greatest YouTube gurus, but I think what sets my course apart is the fact that it is geared towards resellers, and you can also opt to take it with a mentorship group aspect, which means that once a week for 4 weeks, you meet with myself and the other people that are taking the course with you. Signups for the mentorship group for the month of April actually closes on Sunday, the 4th of April. So if you're watching this before the 4th, you have a YouTube reselling channel and you want to take it to the next level, definitely make sure that you check out the link that I'll have down below. And also down in the description, I will have links to all of the other people who are taking part in this collaboration. Everyone went to either a thrift store or garage sailing or wherever. They spent $50. And what I think is really cool about this challenge is that you're able to see what people are able to get for $50. Everyone's hauls are going to look really different, and that's the cool and beautiful thing about reselling. It is definitely not a one-size-fits-all type of business model, but you really kind of make it your own and do with it what you want. So definitely make sure that you go down in the description after you finish this video and you watch all of the other videos that are linked, because these are some amazing channels, and furthermore, they are amazing people that I really have had the privilege of getting to know over the course of the last few months. And so definitely check those videos out, subscribe to their channels, show them some support, because they are some wonderful resellers who have a lot of knowledge to share. If you are brand new to my channel, thank you so much for being here, and I do hope you consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you want me to stop talking and just show you already what it is that I picked up, hit that like button and let's get into it. Basically everything that I picked up was 75% off. And I actually spent $200 when I went thrifting. So the other stuff I will have for you in a haul video next week. But today I'm just going to show you, I think it was actually like $47 worth of stuff. We'll start with this cabbie sweater. And let's see, they wanted $24.99 for this. So I ended up paying for this. You guys, I actually have notes. Like, aren't you so proud of me? I actually paid a little more for this than I would have at a thrift store. I paid $6.25 for it. And this is what it looks like. Let me show you. So this is the tag. It is newer cabbie. It's a size medium. It's like this really oversized V-neck pullover sweater. It's got like an interesting, detail here. It's just like this, like kind of, I don't know, it's not really a cutout, but just the hem is kind of interesting. It's got a zipper on the side, and you can see just kind of this like detail in the sleeve. Cabbie, surprisingly, has been doing pretty well for me. Like pieces that I've picked up that I'm like, I don't know, I'd be lucky to get $25 for this. I'll look up comps and I'm like, holy moly, like this is actually going for a good amount. So this particular sweater, I saw comps anywhere from the $20 to $48 range. So I'm definitely going to list this around $50 and probably take anything north of a $35 offer. So that's my first item of the day that I thought I'd share with you. Okay, this next one is a bolo. It is the first time I've ever found this brand. I feel like I've just like randomly heard people talk about it here and there, but I don't feel like it's a brand that many people talk about. It's my first time finding it. It is the brand Ibex. I could be saying that wrong, but I don't know. And it has this logo of, I want to say it's like an elk. I don't know. What kind of animal has those large antlers? It's not a deer, I don't know, but some sort of four-legged, some sort of four-legged like forest creature. It is 100% merino wool. It is a full zip vest. It was made in the USA, and it's a size extra large. So many things going for it already, right? Like made in the USA, size extra large. It's got this one zippered pocket right there. And yeah, I mean, it's an interesting concept for a vest, because I don't really feel like a lot of vests are usually this kind of like wool material. I feel like they're usually like puffers, or I don't know. Like I just thought it was kind of interesting. So this particular vest, I actually did find a few comps for, and I did a poll on my Instagram to ask people whether or not they thought I should pick it up. And for this particular one, it was kind of split down the middle, but I did have a few people message me personally and say, this brand does really well on eBay. So I looked it up on eBay for comps. Most of these I looked on Poshmark for comps, but after, you guys, I just keep getting hair in my mouth. But after looking for comps on eBay, I saw that they were going anywhere between $40 to $65. And for that vest, I paid $4.50. So what I'll probably do is list it for like $65 to $70 on eBay with free shipping, because it is really lightweight. So I can definitely ship this out first class. And then on Poshmark, I might list it at like $75 just to leave more room for offers. But on eBay, for the most part, I've been turning off the ability for people to send me offers just because I've been really sick of people sending ridiculously lowball offers. And if you price well, usually it works out. Like, people will just buy your stuff at the price you ask for. If they really want a better deal, they'll just message you and you can decide then and there if you want to drop the price. But I've been predominantly getting full price offers on eBay because I've just been doing the research, trying to price things accordingly, and then people will just buy my items, at the price that I am asking for, which is always fun. So this next brand, I was really excited to find because I've heard so many people talk about it. But when I looked up comps, I was like, oh, I don't really get it. Like, I do think it's a really cute piece. I just wasn't seeing the kind of comps that made me feel like it was worth the hype. So I paid $9 for this. The brand is Wooden Ships. And I will say too, I only looked up comps on Poshmark. So perhaps they're higher on eBay. I don't know. But the piece is this. Oh, I love this sleeve. It's like a bat wing open front sweater cardigan with like this really cool geometric print on it. I think it's a size small medium is what it said. Yeah, it's a size small medium. It is made of 12% mohair, 12% wool, and the rest is acrylic. It's super lightweight. So yeah, I don't know, like, there weren't really any of this exact kind listed on Poshmark at the moment, and I really only saw like one or two that had sold that were exactly like this. So when I pulled my comps, it was just for, sweaters that were similar to this, and I think this exact one sold for $35. So I might try to price it a little bit higher. Maybe I'll just start it at $50 on Poshmark and see what happens. But yeah, I don't know, like, from how people would talk about the brand, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be worth so much. It wasn't. I don't know. So I don't know. It is what it is. This is an Athleta dress, and it is a size medium. I do really like picking up Athleta dresses. They do okay. And for me, they're either like they sell right away or I sit on them for like a year and a half. So hopefully this is a right away sale. This is, I believe, called the duet dress. So it's pretty funky. It's got kind of this like interesting faux wrap, kind of ruched detail on the front. And then it's kind of like, it just kind of hugs your body along the bottom, just in a nice neutral gray color. I paid, let's see how much I paid for this one. Let me finish showing you the back. For this one, I paid $5, which is a little less than what I would have to pay at my local thrift store. Comps were between like 18 and 35 on this. Obviously, I'm hoping that I will get closer to that 35, but I'll probably list it around like 40 and see what happens, or maybe just list it right at 35. This isn't anything amazing, but it is like a good bread and butter type piece to have in your Poshmark closet, just because, people are always looking for this kind of stuff, and hopefully they can bundle it with other items too. It's just Intimately Free People, which is their like intimates line, and it's in a size medium. It is this like micro rib, you see that? Kind of like turtleneck long sleeve bodysuit. I recently just picked up another bodysuit. That one was more of like almost like a waffle knit thermal or something. This is definitely a lot like softer, and I don't know, I imagine this to be really comfortable. So this one I ended up paying $4.25 for, and comps were anywhere between like $18 and $25. So I'll probably list it for like $25 and take anything north of $18. So not anything like super exciting. You guys know though, I get excited about Free People just because I really don't find it very much. This next one is more of a mature brand. It's like a mall brand. The brand is Land's End. But I got it because, well, for one, it's made of 100% Supima cotton. That's not like super exciting. And it's in a size medium, but it is this really beautiful, again, ribbed, I really liked ribbed stuff, but ribbed kind of like half sleeve dress. And then there's the waist. So it becomes kind of just this panel of like stretch fabric. And then here's the bottom. Oh, Lordy. I don't know. I just thought that was so beautiful and like simple. I thought it'd be really cute with like boots. You could put like a jacket over. I don't know. It's just very versatile. It's really great for like the fall, I think. And Land's End is a, trusted mall brand. A lot of people know how they fit when it comes to Land's End and all that kind of stuff. I actually could not find a single comp for this exact dress. So kind of just going off of other Land's End dresses, it looked like they were going for like $18 to $25. That again was kind of running comps on eBay just because I expect something like this to sell over on eBay over Poshmark. However, you never know, Poshmark is always surprising me. But yeah, this one, maybe I'll list it for like $30, $35 and just see what happens. Probably list it for like $35 with free ship on eBay. I think it does weigh right at a pound or even a little bit over, so I'll probably have to put it in a padded flat rate envelope. But I don't know. I'm not opposed to picking up mall brands just because, again, they are good bread and butter pieces to have. People know how it fits on them and they move. Okay, this is another example of a mature brand, a mall brand. It's J. Jill. And this one I picked up for $4.50. I just thought it was so cute. It really gives me kind of like Burberry vibes. I mean, look at that checkered front, that print. I really love that. And then the back I thought was really interesting too. I don't know. I just thought this was darling. I actually would wear this dress if it were in my size. I think it would be a little big. I just think it's so darling. So, there were a couple comps for this exact dress and they were, again, anywhere between like $18 and $25, but I think I'll do the same thing. I think it's super cute. So I'm going to list it for $35 and just see what happens. I have been moving dresses lately and then like, look at this like circle pocket. Like, I don't know if you can see that. There's like this big stitching here. There's like a big circular pocket. You guys, it is so cute. You're not supposed to pick things up just because they're cute, by the way, but that brings me joy. J. Jill brings me joy, so it's okay. I got it. All right. This did not bring me joy, and then furthermore, it was, I don't know if it was the best pickup, but it's this pair of Echo flats. I keep trying out Echo. I don't know. Some people have the best luck with Echo. I do not have the best luck with Echo. I have, a few pieces in my Poshmark closet and eBay store that no one seems to care about. But I picked these up because they're basically brand new. I think they've been tried on and like walked around in at the store, but they don't have any actual wear. And they still smell brand new. Like they are in perfect condition. They have these like interesting gold buttons on the top. I don't know who was sitting there with their like pad and paper as they designed these and thought, you know what these flats need? They need little buttons on the top. Like who, with these little leather strips, like I don't know who sat there and thought that to themselves. And then the number of people that had to okay the design, I don't get it. But they're size 9 and we'll see what happens. There were a few comps on Poshmark. However, I do expect these to sell over on eBay. And on eBay, I didn't see any exactly like this. And so hopefully there's someone out there who's like, I really need the 3-button brown Echo flats in my life. And hopefully when they see mine listed for $50, that's right, I'm going to list these for $50. Hopefully they're like, yep, I need that. I'll probably list these for $50, turn on best offer on these just because that's kind of a stretch and a gamble, but we'll see what happens. I've seen comps for flats similar to these by Echo for as low as 18. So we're shooting for 50. We'll be okay with 20, 25, let's say. I saved maybe the best for last. You let me know. I have heard of this brand mainly because I feel like I see ads for it a lot, like on Facebook and on Instagram, but the brand is Universal Standard. It's a size small. This is another one that I mentioned in my Instagram stories. And one of my Instagram followers sent me a message and she was like, oh my gosh, this brand has a cult following. There are buy, sell, trade, groups on Facebook. So definitely, see if you've got one of the unicorn pieces that can sell for like over $100, even used. But regardless, it's a pretty good brand. They have really interesting sizing. So it says S, and typically, we assume that means small, which is like a size 4 to 6 usually, but in universal standard sizing, a small is actually a size 14, 16, I believe. And it's just a really simple piece. I believe it's called the Kelly kimono dress. It's kind of this like crepey material, and you can see kind of, whenever I try to show black on my phone, it just like washes everything out. Okay, maybe if I pull it back. It's got a really interesting design, and I understand why they call it, kind of like a kimono style dress. One, I think, the sleeves, but also it almost looks like it's supposed to be a wrap, but it's basically like this piece of fabric comes over and they stitched it on. It's really interesting, but the stock photos of this dress are really cool. It's like it's just a really interesting silhouette. So this dress, I was so excited because when I looked it up, like the lower end of comps were like around $65, and the higher end of comps for used dresses in this Kelly style were at like $125. That's a bolo. Like, you should be looking for this brand. And it doesn't look like a very substantial tag, you know what I mean? But I think it was just because I had seen ads for it a lot. I don't really feel like I've heard a lot of people talk about this brand either, but super excited about this find. And you guys, I only paid $4.25 for this because they only wanted $16.99 for this in the store. Now, you probably saw in the footage, oftentimes they know what they have, like they know the really high-end brands and stuff like that, but there are always brands that fly under the radar, like Universal Standard or like Ibex. So it's always worth looking, I think, in consignment stores, because even though for the most part the people who are pricing, they will mark up the stuff that needs to be marked up, everyone has more to learn. There are always going to be new up-and-coming brands that people have just never heard of, or perhaps more obscure brands like Ibex that people just they don't know that they've got something really good on their hands. So all of that I spent less than $50 on. And on the low end of comps, like for every item that I showed you, I told you the lower end of comps as well as, the higher end of comps. So when I added together the lower end of comps for every item, it looks like I can make $235 in sales, which is pretty cool. Now, if I were to get the higher end of comps on every single piece, that means I can make $433 in sales, which would be a lot more exciting. Most likely what will happen is I'll get something in between. I'll probably make between like $300 to $375 on all this stuff, which turning $50 into $350, let's say, that's not bad. And obviously I have to take into account, my cost of goods, which was $50, so which would bring me down to like about $300. And I have to take into account, all of the different platform fees and stuff. So let's just assume a 20% cut, for platform fees. I know it's a little bit less on platforms like Mercari and eBay and Facebook Marketplace and whatnot, but let's just assume 20%. That's another $60 that we have to subtract. We're still looking at like $240 in profit. So I'm really excited about that. There were some definite winners in this haul, some like just bread and butter, like I said, but that's about what I find here in my little college town, is mainly bread and butter brands and a smattering of, just little hidden gems. So I'm really excited about these items. I'm so thankful that you've gotten this far. And just a reminder, if you want to see what other resellers are able to get for $50, definitely check out the different links that I have down below, because I think you'll be really surprised to learn what other people are sourcing and how much they can get for those items. And finally, if you're a reselling YouTuber yourself and you really just want some extra guidance when it comes to growing your YouTube channel and you want to be a part of a community of other YouTubers, we have a Facebook group too, by the way, and it is just like one of my favorite things because everyone is so helpful and kind and yada, yada, yada. I could go on and on. But definitely check out the link that I have down below about my YouTube course. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments, or you could even email me. My email is always down in the comments as well. And that way I can let you know if this would be a good fit for you or not. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.